you have to create a new repositories, right? One new button will be like this, right? So just click on this, and here you can just provide the repository name, and here it will be the owner. I'll just explain about this owner later on. First, let's create and focus on this repositories. Okay, if you see here, it will have two owners. I'll be Ranjit for GitHub, and another one is the DevOps Raj. Okay, the two owners are there for this account. I'll talk about what is this one. Okay, this one I can see this is the main account, but what is this I'll talk about later on. Now let's create a repository. Just provide a name. What it says, great repository names are search and memorable, right? So you have to provide a name. Normally what happens, it gives like great repository names are search and memorable. That's okay. You have to provide a very short and memorable repository name. But in short, if you think about in reality, whenever you're working on a project in a company, what you have to do, you have to provide your project application name and with the team names, and it will be a big name actually, right? You have to provide your team name, your repo name, and your account name to identify which repositories belongs to which team, which account, right? Because in organization, in companies, will not have only one team. There will be multiple teams, multiple accounts, multiple line of business, LOBs, lots of things will be there, right? So that you have to identify by giving a unique name. Suppose, let me give you the name here. I'll give as, suppose the application name is suppose demo, right? And I can give, suppose this line of business is like finance, okay, demo, finance, okay, and the team name is suppose DevOps. Cool. So I created a repository name. It's called demo finance DevOps team. So demo is the application name, finance is the LOB, or DevOps is the team who is good. Or you can say dev, demo finance dev, right? Now what you can just give a descriptions, right? What you can just give for demo applications, dev repository for demo application. Give a good, perfect, understandable description. Okay, though it is optional, but it is good and advisable to provide it here, so that everyone, whoever new to that, or whoever is coming in from your management side, they can, seeing the description, can understand what is this for. So this is a development repository for demo application, like that I gave it. So here it gives options, public and private. Two types of repositories you can create. So public means anyone on the internet can see these repositories. You choose who can commit. Anyone can see your repositories, but you have to put a control who can commit, who cannot. Private, you choose who can see and commit to the repository. So it will be totally private to you. Even though you just search my repository there in the Google and go there, you'll only see the public repositories. You cannot find the private repositories. Okay, that is, I have made it private. Only I can choose, I can provide access to the user who can access it, right? Let's make it public for our demo. And here, add a readme file. And this readme file actually very, very useful for any project work. And you must have to select. Even though you don't select, that is absolutely fine. It will not cause any problem. But you will be putting your application in a dark side where nobody can understand what the application is for. If you don't add this, if you add the readme file and put the informations, all the info about your applications, what is this application is for, how to use these applications, what sort of commands, everything you'll put into the README file. Nowadays, everywhere people are adding this README file so that whoever new to this person, whoever new coming and just reading that applications can understand, right? And can go through this README file, make sure that can easily understand and work on that, right? Everything will put in this. So select add README file, okay? And the next one is this will set master as the default branch. So whenever I create a repository, the default branch will be master. So now what we can do, everything, all the things, whatever we need, we kept it there. Now create repository. Good. Now I created the repository. Now you can see here, I have a repository created. It's called demo finance dev, which is public, which is public, right? And the first default branch is the master branch. I don't have any other branches. I have only one branch is there. Okay, and here the readme file readme.md, and this is what the definitions, this is what the definition we had written in the readme, it has been kept. So this is the name of the repository, and here the descriptions whatever we had given while creating the repository has been initial being kept it here. We can add new files here. How you'll do that? Go here, add, create new file, module 1.cpp, C++ file. Okay, module 1.cpp. Just give some, write your code, right? Just write your code here. Suppose I'll just write, this is the first module for demo applications. Demo app. Then now I have created this file, edited whatever the code I need to write. This code, this file could be hundreds of lines, could be thousands of lines, right? Because the code, we don't know how much, how many lines we have to write there, right? Now, after you do the changes, if you don't want to save it or commit, you can cancel the changes very well. And this cancel changes will be nothing but our restore command, right? Yesterday we saw, if you want to from working copy, right, working directory, you have to come back to your working directory, it will be just use git restore, it will restore back to the this one. Now we can do, we can directly do some commit changes. After you do some changes or added file, we can directly do commit changes. So here give a commit message. The message by default it takes create module1.cpp. So you can give your own message. Okay, you can give your own message, and you can give also descriptions, any other descriptions you want to provide. So why it is very useful, guys? See, because you are not the only person who will be working in your team, right? There will be multiple other people also will be working. 4 or 5 members will be working. So you guys will be working on the demo application, suppose, okay, on this project, and you'll be working some sort of modules, and whatever the changes you have done, right? If I want to see what are the changes you have done, I can directly get this commit message and descriptions without going inside the code. If you have not written the clear description or clear message here, so I'll not able to find what is being changed in the code. What I have to do, either I have to go and check the differences of this file, what was before, what is now, or I can have to go to the code, inside the code, and just check. By going inside the code and checking, it will take lots of time to identify what actually have changed, right? If you have written here the clear message, right? So everyone can understand what is the, in your team can understand what the changes XYZ have done, right? So I can just write a message here. This is the first initial commit, something like I can do initial commit, right? So create module 1, that means we created this file. This is the initial commit, that's okay. Commit directly to the branch, or it also gives an option, create a new branch and commit. Create a new branch and commit. This option we'll see later, but now let's commit directly to the master branch, right? Let's commit the changes. Now we can see we have one file created over here. Now let's go ahead and create one more branch. Select it here, find or create a branch. So give a name here. Suppose I'll give feature hyphen 1.0. Now you can see here it gives option below, create branch feature 1.0 from master. Feature 1.0 from master. So just click on here. So master branch, you can see here I created a branch called feature 1.0. I have a branch called feature 1.0. Now see master branch and feature. So I have selected feature. Now I'm into feature 1.0. And feature 1.0 as I copied from master. So whatever data, whatever file is master is having, right? If I click master, now I'm into master. Whatever data master is having, now feature will also have the same data, right? If I click this file, you can see this is the first module for demo app, right? And this is the feature branch. This is the feature branch. Now let me add new file, one more file into this feature branch. How will do that? Here you can see add file option is there. Okay. How will do that? Here you can click add file, or you can just go to the branch here itself in the feature, select this feature branch, add file, create new file. Or if you have file already created, you want to upload it here, upload to the repositories, you can click upload here. Click upload and it will be uploaded. Okay, let's create a new file. Give a name like module2.cpp. So now let's commit changes again, like second module file added, right? Directly I'm branch. Well, see here, commit directly to the feature branch. Okay, feature 1.0 branch. Commit changes. Now we can see here we have this. After refreshing, you can see here we have this file module2.cpp. Just now we created, right? We have module 1 and module 2, and same time also you can see a message over here, right? Light yellow color, you can see the message over here. What is it? Feature 1.0 had recent pushes less than a minute ago. If you want to merge this to master or not, compare and pull request to be done for the master. So, and here this branch 1 is one commit ahead of master. Master had one commit, now this one is having two commits. Like master, if I just see in feature 1.0 we have three files here, right? 3 files. Now if I go to the master, it will have 2 files, right? It is having 2 files now. The same things you have to do if you want to add the feature 1, to merge the feature 1 to the master. What you can do, you can simply click this one, compare and pull, okay, and just give a message. Okay, let the message like this, and here create and pull request. Click on this create and pull request. So what is it? It is checking actually automatically for you. It does automatic check for you whether there is a conflict or not, whether we are okay to merge feature 1 to master or not. If there is a conflict, then you have to fix it first and then merge it. I'll show you how we can do that. Okay. So now we can see here that this branch has no conflicts with the base branch. Base branch is the master branch and this branch is the feature 1.0. If there is no conflict, then it will allow you to merge the pull request. And you can see here we have this create pull request for this module 2. What it says, this account, this owner wants to merge one commit into master from feature. This is the pull request is open. Now you can see here how collaboration works actually. Here you cannot directly actually merge unless someone approves it. So this is my own account. I can do whatever. I have no reviewers here. I know approvers. So what I can do, I can directly go ahead and merge it. I can directly go ahead and merge it. But whenever in the real time you will be working, guys, just remember these things, whatever I'm saying. You'll not directly merge it. There will be people to review and approve your work. And then you have to merge it. Then you have to merge it. So that's why you have to add reviewer here who will review your code, who has the capability of reviewing and approving your code and make sure that is okay. Then you have to approve and merge into the master. Normally what happens, feature copies never in the real time, feature copies never get merged into master. So which copy needs to be merged? The release copy, which is released successfully. So what you have to do? From the feature copy, once the feature copy is tested successfully in the test environment and QA environment, then what you have to do? You have to create a release branch. Like yesterday we discussed about the branching strategy, right? So we have to create the release 1.0 support based on your strategy. You have to create it. Let's create the release branch. Okay. After testing, you don't have to actually add anything to the release branch. You don't have to actually add anything to your release branch because feature branch is tested. So release branch only have to go to your production environment, right? Suppose you felt after creating this branch, you felt you need to do some changes to the feature branch, right? Let's go to the feature branch, and in module 1, you might have to do some changes. Suppose I'll add here. So I will add modify here. I created the first time, right? So you can see here in this file, we have one pencil button here, right? Edit this file. Click this one and see it gives the cursor here. Second line for release demo. Then commit changes. Give message for release demo. To the direct 1.1 branch, commit changes. Done. Now let's refresh this page. It should be automatically refreshed, but why not? It's not refreshing. We're fine. Now what you can see here, we have this file. We have this feature file with new line added. Now we need this to be sent to the testing environment. We'll do everything whatever I'm telling, right? Whenever we learn our Jenkins to do automate complete CI and CD, continuous integration, continuous delivery, and deployment, that time we are going to definitely use this technique, whatever I am just telling you, right? Everything we need to use whatever we are just discussing. That time we'll again have to do the same thing to see how the code will write it here, and the same code how we'll do automatically build, automatically test, automatically deliver and deploy to the different environment, different server. These things we'll discuss about. Now what we can do here, simply I created and send this particular file to test environment for testing, and it is done. Now what you can do, we can create a release branch after that. If already I have created the release branch, now let's merge this release feature branch to the release branch. So how we'll do that? Go there, right? What is Sage? This particular one commit and one commit behind to the master. One commit ahead and one commit behind the master. Now let's check the release branch. What is such? This branch is one commit behind the master, right? So our feature 1.0, if I see here, I just 2 minutes ago I updated this particular thing, right? Now what we can do, we can just create a pull request. Okay, now let's select. There are not any pull request there. New pull request we can create. So what we can do, we can merge the feature 1 with feature 2, right? So what we can do, base will make it as feature 1 and release 1. Sorry, it should be, no, it's a vice versa. It should be release 1.0 base and feature 1.0. So now what is Sage? Able to merge. Now I created a pull request here, right? So what I have to do, I have to merge feature 1.0 to release 1.0. Base is release 1.0 and compare, which will be compared and merge it here. Now let create the pull request, and we should have a reviewer to review it, approve it. Now let's go ahead and create pull request, right? And it is checking for ability, right? So this branch has no conflict, and with base branch, that means feature 1 has no conflict with release 1. Now let's go ahead and merge pull request. Confirm the merge. Done. Now see, it is merged, right? Let's go back to the repository here, and we have the master 2 files, but master 1.cpp is having only one line. But if I go to the release branch, which I'm going to release, this one cpp is having 2 lines. Now what I need, this particular release branch will send to productions for the release. So once it is released successfully into the production environment, we have to do the smoke testing. Everything is fine, but about the requirement, the customer is satisfied, all are signed off. Then we need this release branch to be updated into the master branch. So this particular release branch has to be merged into the master, not the feature branch. Feature branch will be for testing, and all these things based on your branching strategy, right? So I'm going to now merge, everything is successful with the production. Now I'm going to merge this release branch to master. So how will do that? Go to, again, demo finance here. So here automatically comes the release 1.0 had recent pushes and compare and pull requests. It automatically gives. If it automatically does not gives you, what you'll have to do, you have to just click on this pull request and go with that. Now let's go ahead and compare pull requests, compare and pull request. Same thing, release 1.0 to master, because this is the production version, right? Now this release 1.0, which is in the production, this is the production version, and that needs to be updated into the final copy, the master copy. Okay, now able to merge. Let's go ahead. Again, reviewer has to review, and your manager or somebody has to approve it. Then create pull request, right? And see, merge pull request, confirm, merge. Done. So now if I go to this master branch, we'll have this master branch also. If I click on this module 1, we'll have 2 lines, see, which is the release copy. Now the production copy and master copy are equal.